Buckle up, guys. Today we're heading straight into sovereign citizen territory in Michigan, where Judge Perkins isn't new to this circus. The tech issues are already behind us, and we jump in right as Lynch starts laying the groundwork for his unraveling. The judge is simply trying to confirm whether he wants to contest the charges, but Lynch is spinning in circles, unsure, unprepared, and clearly overwhelmed. He mentions other cases and other courts and can't even figure out what's relevant. Instead of focusing, he's throwing verbal spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks. You can already feel the judge's patience stretching thin, and we're only just getting started. This isn't confusion, it's the prologue to chaos. And trust us, it's going to escalate from here.
Then go back in there and bring him out.
I prompted him out. Okay, let me try again.
All right, Mr. Lynch, giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. It's I'm trying to understand. You want to contest these matters?
I had to go back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had to go back in because I didn't get no prompt. I had to go back in to join in through 36 District Court website.
No. Well, listen. What we're saying is that we're trying to get you an offer, but it's my understanding after talking with your lawyer that that you don't want to accept anything. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
The thing is, I don't know what court cases is being brought up. The recent ones or the one that I already have a trial for.
I think all of the cases that are on the docket, everything that's on the docket, that you already had all this stuff set for trial. And what we did probably, okay, I see.
I sent some paperwork in, but some of those cases I got kicked out of Zoom. I send in the pictures through that document website, and I don't know. And I send paperwork to the law department for a FOIA for the court cases.
Okay, what documents did you send in to the court?
It was the case where I had got kicked out of Zoom, and I sent in the pictures where I got kicked out of Zoom. I think that was the January of this year case, and they was like, if I sent in the pictures showing that I was kicked out of the room because I thought the case was dismissed, and I got kicked out.
Okay, so what do you have any documents that relates to your driver's license, insurance, or registration?
Like told the lady, the one I meet him, the judge, the person that I talked to on the last court case said we don't have no problems with you, and I said I'm going through the process of doing my documents to take care of Dearborn, because Dearborn the one that got him out. They didn't honor none of my paperwork.
All right, guys. Now Lynch dives into his first big sovereign defense. He says he sent the court pictures to prove he was kicked out of Zoom. Yes, pictures. Of Zoom. He's not even talking about evidence for the ticket. He's defending his absence from past court sessions. The judge asks for his license and insurance, but Lynch responds with tales about tickets from Dearborn and paperwork that no one has actually seen. It's like he's living in a courtroom multiverse, one where timelines don't match and logic doesn't apply. Perkins is doing his best to keep this on track, but Lynch is already veering into sovereign quicksand. It's not about justice. It's about jumbled justifications.
We're talking about Detroit. Do you have any documents? Hold on, let me ask my question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask my question. Do you have any documents that suggest that you have valid insurance, valid registration, and a valid I can run your driver's license?
I don't have anything. I don't have anything because Dearborn the one that got me hemmed up. I can't even get no insurance without no license.
Okay, so so what we're trying to do, every case that you have down here in Detroit, we call into the record. And we have two officers. The other cases are going to be dismissed, but we have two officers here that are here, and what we're trying to do is either make a resolution now, and we'll present you with an offer, And if you don't like the offer, you can just go to trial. Today is the
Yeah,
date and time.
yeah, go ahead.
Today is the date and time set for trial. So
Oh, yeah,
are you willing to entertain an offer to resolve the cases, or do you want a trial on all the cases?
I mean, which did you just say some of them are gonna get dismissed? I only have two. I know the one that I recently got, everything is for the same thing.
Yes. So here's the
basically,
deal. Here's the deal. Let me break it down to you. It's two officers that are here. Corporal Bennett wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date, and Officer Dunn wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date. The other officers that wrote you tickets are not showing up, have not showed up, and we're just going to automatically dismiss those cases. So we can get you an offer on the 6 tickets that those 2 officers wrote you. Are you willing to entertain the offer for those 6 tickets?
Benny and Dunn. Benny is the recent case, so that one I want to go to trial. I think the one I'm in trial for now is Dunn, correct?
You're on trial for both of them. Dunn and Bennett are set for trial right now.
So nobody received my paperwork, my traveling paperwork.
What is the paperwork going to tell us?
Basically, I don't need no driver license, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, that's
no proof of insurance, and my car was towed illegally those 2 times.
Now pay attention. This is where the judge offers Lynch a lifeline. The officer isn't present for half the charges, so the court's dismissing them. This is a huge win. Any reasonable person would breathe a sigh of relief, but not Lynch. He ignores the offer and instead rambles about previous tickets, trials, and some murky legal point that no one asked for. When Judge Perkins tries to bring him back to earth, Lynch starts arguing about how long the officers were there and what they should have done. It's like he can't accept a win because it doesn't fit his narrative. He wants a trial, even if it means sinking deeper. The court is trying to close the door, but Lynch keeps propping it open with fantasy.
And what does the paperwork say why you don't need a driver's license, why you don't need any insurance or anything like that?
I'll send the paperwork into the law department, and I wanted the FOIA for the body cam and dash cams. And I haven't heard anything from them.
All right, we can get you that. If there's some of that exists. Corporal Bennett, can you put your appearance record, Corporal Bennett? Hold on, Mr. Lynch.
Yes, Your Honor. Corporal Daryl Bennett, badge 4320, Detroit Police Department.
All right. So we need to get if there's any body cam or dash cam, we need to get that to Mr. Lynch.
He has to go through the law department to get that, Your Honor. If he's requesting it, he has to go through the law department.
Well, that's what he said he tried to do. He said he tried to figure. Let's see if we can get that now.
We can't get, Your Honor, our person that would do that is on vacation at this point. There's nobody in the office that can get that for him today.
Okay, can I say something for the traffic ticket that was done? The other officer didn't put his name on.
Your Honor, can we just get an adjourn date when the people think they can have their video available?
Yeah, but I wanna just, what I'm trying to do is I don't want you to say anything as it relates to the traffic stops right now, because today is the date and time set for trial. But I'm going to tell you this. You're suggesting, it sounds like you were suggesting that you don't have to have license or registration or insurance. Is that what you were saying?
I have documentation of that from the Supreme Court rulings, yes.
This part right here is sovereign gold. Lynch admits he has no license or insurance, but then drops the classic line. My paperwork explains why I don't need them. You can almost hear the collective groan in the courtroom. His excuse? He was in Dearborn and traveling, not driving, which somehow voids state law in his mind. Judge Perkins, clearly experienced with these theories, calmly asks him to provide the paperwork. But there's a look. He already knows what's coming. Lynch believes he's got a constitutional trump card, but to everyone else, it's just another batch of downloaded nonsense. This isn't a legal strategy. It's denial, dressed up in Google Docs.
I need that documentation because
Well, what's the email so I can send it to you?
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay, my phone not seeing none of that. Only thing I'm seeing on my cell phone now. If I was on my desktop, remember last time I had issues with my desktop, so I'm on the cell phone and I don't see no chat or anything.
Well, you should be able to hit the button down there and it should
Okay,
pop
let me
up.
see. Can I see something? Cause all I see a whole bunch of squares with everybody's face.
You gotta come out of that screen.
Huh?
You gotta come out of that screen.
What screen I got to come out of?
The one you have to come out of the screen where everybody's face is.
Okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to get kicked out like I just did when I was in the breakout room.
You didn't get kicked out. We pulled you. All right.
I had to join back in through. I had to go back to 36th District Court website, get back in the Zoom room.
Okay. All right. Let's pass the matter and we'll try to figure out how to help you with the technology. And in the meantime, we need to. Do you want an attorney appointed to you, sir?
I've been trying to get an attorney. Nobody will take my case. So how if the appointed attorney don't want to accept my paperwork, then I'm up the creek like in Dearborn. So that's why I'm trying to study how to write the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm doing that right now.
All right. Well,
Dearborn is the reason why my license is suspended.
I really want to see what you're talking about, Supreme Court, because I've never seen a Supreme Court case. Wait a minute. Let me finish. I've never seen a Supreme Court case that says that you don't have to have a license or insurance or registration. Now I'll tell you this. I'll admit, I haven't seen all the Supreme Court cases, but I have never seen that. And I've seen a thousand people come in here saying that. Well, not 1,000, but a whole lot. And I've never seen it work.
So, when Mr. Bennett Officer Bennett pulled me over, he was like, "No, I ain't." He said, I ain't going for that sovereignty stuff." I said, "I don't know what that is. I'm talking Constitutional Supreme Court ruling." And they told my car.
Tight. Lynch is now trying to share his legal masterpiece, but can't figure out how to use Zoom or even open the chat. The irony? He's here to argue against legal norms, but can't operate the most basic courtroom tech. He admits no attorney will represent him because they don't accept his paperwork, as if that's a flaw in the legal system and not his argument. Judge Perkins tries to walk him through it, even putting his case on hold temporarily to give him a shot. But it's like watching a man build a defense out of toothpicks in a windstorm. Lynch isn't just unprepared. He's not even in the same arena. Sovereign logic. Meet courtroom reality. And reality is winning.
Okay, after 36, what was it? I didn't get that part.
After 36 is districtcourt.org.
Okay, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna get it online and send it on my laptop.
I'm gonna be anxiously awaiting that. All right.
All right.
I'm
gonna send the law department thing too.
I'll be anxiously waiting all of that, and I'll pass the matter. It looks like Corporal Bennett is gonna be anxiously awaiting. It's gonna look like Officer Dunn is gonna be anxiously awaiting it. Prosecutor Mason is gonna be anxiously awaiting it, and I'm sure Ms. Soroki is gonna be, and everybody else in the room. Oh, I bet you haven't.
No, the affidavit, yeah.
Now this case stuff you're about to send me.
Yes, it's only 2 attachments. I got to get the right one because the first email was the wrong stuff.
Are we on the record? Let's go back on the record with Lynch while he's sending that. You know? let's go back on the record with Lynch. While he's sending that, I'm going to say this. I hope you've read everything that you sent me, and because you're filing these documentations with the court, and you're suggesting that these documentations the court are saying are in support of you not having to have a license and insurance and registration, I believe, or all three of the above, or at least one of them. Wait a minute. Let me finish making my record.
Okay.
You're suggesting that the Supreme Court says you need to have either none of those documents, or at least you don't have to have one of those documents. So all I'm saying is I hope that you are actually have read and gone over what you're sending the court, because as I said earlier, I've never seen anything that that supports what you're saying. I get people in here that submit. I can type in, don't need a driver's license in the search box, and they'll give me a list of cases. And I hope that's not what you've done.
All right, here's the moment of suspense. Lynch finally sends the long-awaited documents. The judge, almost bracing himself, opens them with visible skepticism. And sure enough, he finds generic references to Supreme Court cases, ones sovereign citizens love to use but rarely understand. Perkins warned Shim, this isn't how legal defense works. Copy-pasting court cases without knowing their context won't save you. Lynch is convinced he's cracked the code, but all he's done is prove he doesn't speak the language of the law. This part isn't just frustrating, it's textbook sovereign delusion. The paperwork isn't a shield, it's just paper. The courtroom knows it. The judge knows it. Lynch doesn't.
This is another document that he sent me. This is the U.S. Supreme Court travel rulings. Motion to set aside default. The case number is SB 15379-421 and SB 155-47541. To whom the dear Judge Sean B. Perkins, and to whom it may concern, the burden of truth is on me, or then it will just be my word against others' words. I, Clyde Darrell Lynch, always traveling, Supreme Court rulings on travel, along with being put in ransom for illegal profit gains against my federal freedoms / liberties and / or etc., as it is proven below, and an unnecessary burden of cash out of my pocket, etc. For what? Question mark. I do not have gold or silver to pay this debt and / or a promissory note. Driver, one employee in conducting a coach, carriage, wagon, or other vehicle with horses, mules, or other animals. Driving, I know everybody's looking at me like, what are you saying? Driving, operating in commerce, for hire / profit. Mulberry versus Madison, 1803 case. They weren't even cars on the road. All laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Now here's what I'm talking about. Here's what the court is talking about right here. I figured he was going to bring this up because all Mr. Lynch did was he went on the Google search and searched basically, I don't know exactly the terminology, but he put driving, don't need to drive without a license. And all of these same cases come up. And this one case really bothers me because that's why I asked Mr. Lynch, did he read the cases? Are you familiar with your Black history, Mr. Lynch?
Okay, is the paper that you're reading is the one that's saying titled Supreme Court ruling and U.S. Constitution?
Yes.
Okay, that's not updated, but the other ones I sent, those are the ones that's relevant. The one that say Law Depot, it's like 6 pages. But the last 3 is the affidavit and the FOIA paper. You already seen that for the dash cam, etc. But the Law Depot, the first 3 pages is just the website information telling you how to do it. I actually went to school for criminal justice and private investigator, but I didn't finish because I got kicked out for no necessary reason. I've been fighting that ever since.